Hello friends, I'm Max and this video is about my ultralight pack frame made from a few pine planks and a birch cherry branch. Concurrently, I wanted to answer questions that I get a lot, which is if I have any weapons at my log cabin camp. This is my DIY bow that I only use for fun and self-defense. However, there were more questions that you guys posed about my homemade pack frame, which is why I'm publishing this pack frame video first. I came up with this original design a long time ago, but rendered it only about 5 years ago. The pack frame went through many extreme tests in different weather conditions and must have carried a few tons of load since then. Initially, I was a little concerned about moisture affecting its stiffness and geometry, but my fears were put to rest. The pack frame's design proved to be reliable and comfortable, yet fairly simple in making. I can now recommend this design to my viewers without any reservations. A traditional pack frame is just a wood frame with two straps. It is basically a bottomless backpack, as you can attach an item of any size or shape to it. Something that can't be done with a backpack that would always have a volume limit. It is a feature that comes handy in the outdoors more often than I thought. Over the years, I discovered many advantages of my pack frame over a backpack and started to use it more often to carry different types of loads. Initially, I made this pack frame to carry saplings of rare deciduous trees through the difficult Karelian terrain. During the last years, I planted over 250 trees around my camp to replenish the ones that were knocked down by a severe storm. Most of the tree saplings are growing in 3 nurseries around my log cabin camp. I planted Allegian birches, indigo trees, Armor velvet trees, white acacia trees, German medlar trees, red bud cercis, scarlet red maple, and a few other types of trees. Then I discovered that the pack frame's upper handle could be used as an additional support to carry long, heavy objects such as boards, slabs, and even small logs, given its convenient arch shape. Most of the object's weight is transferred to your shoulders through the pack frame's shoulder straps. Such centrally balanced weight distribution is ergonomic, and I could carry long, heavy objects by myself for fairly long distances. The pack frame really helped me a few years back when I needed to carry heavy slabs to my log cabin camp from far in the woods to make a bear-proof door. It was also used to carry a big pile of workpieces to make my water wheel. When you carry tools, food supplies, and other materials through the difficult Karelian terrain with no roads, you begin to appreciate the pack frame's functionality more and more with each step you take. I spent so much time to show examples of my pack frame's application in order to show my deep appreciation of people who invented this simple carrying device thousands of years ago. By the way, Otzi, also called the Tyrolean Iceman, who was killed over 5,000 years ago and whose mummy was found in the Alps, had a similar pack frame with him. Unlike the Tyrolean Iceman's pack frame, mine has side supports and a bungee cargo net. My pack frame is significantly more convenient, yet lighter than its prehistoric counterpart. Note, the bungee cargo net is a super convenient option that allows one to quickly load and unload large heavy items of irregular shape. It literally takes seconds to load a pack frame equipped with a cargo net. For example, it made a breeze to transport clay to the construction site of my earth oven. Many people think that a pack frame, unlike a backpack, doesn't protect cargo from rain or snow. That is not entirely true, at least in my case, as I use waterproof bags attached to my pack frame when I go for long hiking and kayaking trips. As a result, everything is moisture sealed yet easily accessible. To secure extra bulky or heavy loads, like this rock plate for my portable oven, I use rope. Okay, Now let's talk about the pack frame's design and making process. First, you would need 3 thin planks made by splitting a piece of wood along the grain. This process is also called riving. As a result, the grain of the wood follows the piece being fabricated. Such planks are much stronger than saw-cut planks of the same size. The froe's long handle has enough leverage to easily split even large log sections into planks or roof shingles. Okay, I got 3 planks and now it is time for finishing touches. My homemade draw knife is the perfect tool for that. Because you use both hands when working with a draw knife, it is necessary to secure the workpiece. Back then, I didn't have a shaving horse, so I used a small log table and a piece of branch with rope to make an improvised shaving horse. You can see it was not the most comfortable contraption to use, but it did an okay job. The planks are all finished and now it is time to make mounting holes in them. The best way to make holes that I found was to burn them through using a long piece of steel wire. This way you can make countersunk oval holes in one step. It's an easy job that can be done on a rainy evening while warming up next to a campfire. They say the Iceman's pack frame was finished with tar. I decided to do the same. I have shown the process of making tar from pine roots in my previous videos. I will leave a link in this video's description. Now it is time to make the side supports. I prepared a few long birch cherry branches and made my first attempt in making side supports. Using a knife, I removed some wood where I wanted to bend the branch into a side support. The result didn't satisfy me, and I decided to redo them using a simple steam bending mold made from 2 log sections to bend a heated birch cherry branch around it. Now it is time to share 2 secrets on how to easily bend a birch cherry branch into the pack frame's side support without breaking it. You can't see it in the video, but I'm pulling the branch with all my might while slowly bending it. If you don't pull it hard enough, the branch can crack. Note, both side supports should be of equal thickness and shape. The second secret is that I heated up the branch in a campfire to soften the wood's lignin polymer that fills the spaces between the cellulose fibers, making the wood rigid. Once cooled, the lignin rehardens and retains the branch in its newly formed shape. Make sure you don't debark the branch before heating it up in the campfire, otherwise the method wouldn't work without using a special steam chamber, which is hard to come by in the woods. This is why I debarked the pack frame's handle only later. Now we just need to put all of the parts together. I used a PET polymer rope that I cut from a plastic bottle using my bottle cutter jig. I showed how to make such jig in one of my older videos. I will leave a link below. Note, I connected the pack frame's parts somewhat loosely, especially the bottom support, since it should be foldable for carrying long vertical loads. Even though the pack frame is ultra light, it proved to be super strong. I must have carried a few tons in it during the last 5 years and it held up just fine. Only this year, the upper arch got a bit loose and I reinforced the polymer rope joint with 2 wire clamps using my homemade clamping tool. If you have ideas how to further improve the pack frame's design, I would love to hear them. I read all of the comments. This is Maxi Gorov from St. Petersburg, Russia. If you liked this video, perhaps you could share it with your friends. Let good people watch good videos. P.S. I only produce 1 or 2 videos max a month, and if you don't want to miss new content like this, subscribe and click the notification bell to stay up to date with all of the latest content. Due to new YouTube's recommendation algorithm, its notifications have become more unstable otherwise. PPS. Below I left a link to my DIY projects playlist, as well as playlists about my log cabin building, bushcraft projects, kayaks making, and outdoor cooking. I hope to see you back on Advoko Makes.